I do want to
Yeah.
just talk about the Knicks a little more, though, because they
Okay.
have won 7 of 8, right? I
Yeah.
think we all went into the season, a lot of us, maybe not you, a lot of us went into the season picking them as the East favorites.
Yeah.
Cleveland was kind of right up there with them. They obviously haven't had that good a season yet. We're a quarter of the way through. They have time to make it up. But also, when we're a quarter of the way through, it's often tends to be what we see
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
forward. So we'll see. They've obviously had some injuries. Bridges, though, I want to get back to the Knicks because Bridges is playing so well. And he's a player I have always just loved to watch play basketball. And last season, he took such a beating, not only nationally, but really even from Knicks fans, right?
Yeah.
About how he was playing. And, he didn't have to adjust. I mean, he was in Brooklyn. It's not like he had to adjust to a new city like Damian
Mhm.
Lillard or anything. He's trash. We shouldn't have given this up for him. And look, if they hadn't given up all those picks for Bridges, they maybe could have gotten Giannis this past summer because those discussions happened.
Yeah.
And the Knicks just didn't really have enough to give at the time. And they might not again if those discussions come back up. But that is water under the bridge. And they have Mikal Bridges now. And I think he has been excellent. And especially now that OG has come back, they have the
Yeah.
best tandem nickname, I think, of any tandem going in the NBA right now because they're calling them Wingstop, which I think is phenomenal.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's actually elite.
That's so great, right? Wingstop? Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I love that. That's actually amazing. Usually, they ruin a good thing, but this
Right.
this
With the
is this is
nickname,
amazing. This is amazing.
that's a good
I
one.
yeah. I think one thing about Mikal Bridges that
Mhm.
sometimes the casuals don't really pay too much attention to.
Yeah.
Obviously the greatness of Jalen Brunson and the offense, how it was ran and how much responsibility he had, it took away from utilizing, the great scorers like Mikal Bridges or unlocking an OG Anunoby. So
Mhm.
when Mike Brown came this year, I believe he opened up that offense more where it's taking a lot of pressure off Jalen Brunson where, we don't need to see 20, 40-point games this year. Like, do you
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
the difference of averaging 34 and the difference of averaging 28 might be the reason why we win and lose. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? And it's not for a negative sense, but it's like, hey, we took the ball out of your hands a little bit more so we can unlock and put more pressure on our opponents because now Mikal Bridges is on fire. Now
Mhm.
because OG Anunoby's on fire. Now we, like you said, we have a crazy 2-man tandem and match up with you guys. We got
Mhm.
2 guys that can score 20, lock down the other wings,
I was
and
going
then
to say,
Jalen
and defend like crazy.
and defend like crazy. And then Jalen, you're already a baller. And when it comes down to it, now you can start getting to the line, manipulating the game and do this and a third. And if somebody stops you, you kick it back to the big purr and he shoots it from 45 feet out. You just
Mhm.
keep rocking. Like, this team was built perfectly to combat what the Celtics, were, full throttle, as well as going up against the modern day dynasty that is OKC Thunder.
Yep.
So like, those wings are going to have their night filled if they're going to make it to the championship and go up against the Thunder because the Thunder is 9 deep. And Jalen
I want to talk
Williams,
about that.
yeah, and Jalen
Because every
Williams,
time you start talking about them, you're like, oh, yeah, they're just going to win the title again. So,
yeah, but don't say about but you got to get somebody to stop Jalen Williams and
yeah.
SGA. Do
Yeah.
you know how good Jalen Williams is? Like,
No. Amen.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
yeah. So I love
I
it.
mean, yeah, no, I was going to say, you're totally right. And, what that has allowed Jalen to do on his end is be fresher.
Yeah.
His turnovers are low, 2.3 turnovers a game. I was not a huge fan of them letting go of Tom Thibodeau just because I think at some point in this league, we're so quick to dispose of coaches.
Yeah.
And here's a guy who brought them to, game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And the record was, better than it had been in 20 years and all of the stuff. And at some point, don't we have to reward people doing well? Right.
Yeah,
That
right.
being
Yeah.
said, Tom is his own case. He wears on people. We know that. He'll tell you that. And Mike Brown, I'm also a big fan of, and he really does well in sort of making a locker room feel good and making these guys who are already good teammates with each other. They already had good chemistry, even better. The Knicks are right up in number 1 or number 2 across the league in the possession battle, which really, look, the same way with math, 3 is more than 2, but 2 is more than 0. Guess what? If you have the ball more times, you have more opportunities to score and more opportunities to win the game. So that is important. And I do think his system has definitely allowed Wingstop to shine. And, Cat was out the other night, but also, he's finding his way in that system too. So I'm keeping